they want to eat, sleep when they want to sleep, play when they want to play, lounge about, read, talk, whatever they want to do on that cruise ship. But the whole time, the entire time, that ship continues to carry all of us toward our destination. And there's both freedom and there's surrender that's present there, and they do not contradict each other. That's sort of like when we surrender our lives to Christ. You know, the ship is going to its destination. We have surrendered to that. And yet we have freedom to do stuff within the confines of that ship. Well, the Christian life says we give ourselves to God's will, and we give ourselves to God's destination for our lives. And within the environment, within the context of God's will, guess what, friends? We are free to do whatever. To cut to the chase. To make it short. Freedom is self-control. Freedom is self-determination. Freedom is self-direction all through our surrender to the Lord Jesus Christ. Paul writes, "For freedom, Christ has set us free." We're like that inmate down in Texas. We all want our freedom. But we got to know that a life of freedom begins with our recognition of who we are, whose we are, and what is the situation that we find ourselves in. The biblical witness points to our very helpless condition. We have no ability whatsoever to fill the emptiness within our lives by ourselves. We can't do it. But when we know about the Son of God who paid the price to free each one of us from our proclivity to wrongdoing, then we can receive and accept what God freely gives. We do that by allowing Christ to turn us that 180 degrees and to head us out into another direction. That's our challenge, to accept the freedom that He and He alone offers. So we all head this week to Thursday. And I'm looking forward to it. I love the music that comes from Boston, that comes from the mall in Washington, D.C., and I'll spend whatever nights I can find on NPR and PBS listening to the music. And we're going to be thinking about all of that. And we need to think about the people who have gone before us and made the freedom that we enjoy so possible. And then we need to factor in those things in our lives that keep us, you and me, from enjoying the total freedom. Because sometimes we're so hesitant to give our whole life to Jesus. Think about that and how things impact your life, and then surrender that to Christ. Leave it at the altar. Leave the altar unburdened. Leave the altar free. There's an old hymn. It's not in our hymnal, but I bet some of you remember it. And the chorus goes, "Is you're all on the altar of sacrifice laid, your heart does the Spirit control?" That's the question. Is your all on the altar? That's what it takes to obtain real freedom. Once more, Paul's words. "For freedom Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery. For you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for self-indulgence, but through love become slaves to each other. Love your neighbor as yourself. Live by the Spirit." And he says, his final words, "Be guided by the Spirit." We're to enjoy our freedom wants us to enjoy life and enjoy it, but it is a freedom to do what? What are we free to do? Well, let me answer that question for you. It's a freedom to live every day, every hour, every minute, in the joy of our salvation. And the joy of the freedom that God has given us through His love and through His mercy and through His grace. So, I leave these words with you this morning as we go toward Thursday, as we think about independence. Folks, enjoy your freedom. Let go of yourself. Latch on to God. And let's all of us live for the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.